A former high school football coach accused of raping female students was in court today on a separate charge. Damian Hyatt is accused of raping a disabled student when he was a senior at Moriarty High School before he became a coach there. Hyatt pleaded not guilty to charges of rape and false imprisonment. Now, Hyatt is facing separate charges that he raped young women after he graduated while he was helping coach the football team. Now, those victims are suing him and the police department, saying the department could have stopped him. News 13's Ryan Martin is live with details on this suit against Hyatt and the Moriarty Police Department. Ryan?
Well, Dean, the charges against Damian Hyatt could now be used against him in a federal civil lawsuit, and he's not the only one who's now at risk for paying damages. A warning this evening, the details are disturbing.
Damian Hyatt accused of raping female students at Moriarty High School, where he was an assistant football coach. He soon could be facing a different kind of day in court.
The lawsuit that we're going to be filing is going to have a very, very detailed accounts, graphic, detailed accounts of the sexual violence he's perpetrated.
Shannon Kennedy represents a number of victims and their families suing Hyatt and the Moriarty Police Department.
When you have a public employee, a position of authority, such as a coach, they cannot abuse that position of authority.
The lawsuit is sealed, but Kennedy claims the suit looks into Hyatt's rape of a disabled girl in 2011. It asks why the police department didn't arrest him then, failed to process the rape kit, and failed to interview other young women Hyatt mentioned having sexual relations with.
Had they spoken to those women, they would have discovered someone who was systematically and repeatedly sexually assaulting young women.
Kennedy says Hyatt used his position as a coach to extort his victims into taking nude photos, then placing them on a website called Moriarty Nudes so young people within the community could view them.
That was an enormous red flag. But most importantly, they did not believe the young woman that was raped by him. They did not support her.
Kennedy hopes the lawsuit will get the alleged victims the justice they deserve.
It's our job to protect victims and make them into survivors, to tell them that they should not be ashamed of what happened to them.
Kennedy says that the number of victims that have come forward to provide evidence against Hyatt is, quote, shocking. Dean?
All right, Ryan, thank you. Now, we reached out to the Moriarty Police Department for comment, but have not had our calls returned.
The accused attacker in a